What's good, people? What's good? I'm about to turn the camera on in a minute. I need you guys to come in here first. I need y'all to hit that like button heavy before my guests come in. Big interview today. Big interview. Yeah, everybody hit that like button. Drop in. And everybody drop in. Get them likes up. So far, I only see my boy Knowledge and Big Dale in the building. Come on, let's go, y'all. Let's go. Represent. Like I said, it's not just about sports all the time, man. Let's be versatile, man. You support me, whatever. Here we go. That's right, Sammy the man, Bucks Gold Gang. Let's get it. Let's get it. Come on, guys. We're going to represent all the way. All the way. That's right. Get them likes up. My boy Sammy the man said get them likes up. Got my boy Knowledge in the building. Big Dale in the building. I'm about to drop the link for Big Dale, but I want y'all here first. My boy said live from the cell. All right, salute to you, boy. Freedom. That's right. Hit the like button. You got to support everybody here, man. Let's hit the likes up. I want a heavy. It's a big interview right here, man. It's a big interview, man. I'm telling you. Y'all gonna enjoy it. Y'all gonna enjoy it. Y'all definitely got to hit the like button. Y'all definitely got to get the like button, man. I'm a boy Paris. He said, dude, Kyrie ain't coming to LA. He asking for 45-year max. Yeah. Carl Young, what up, bro? The Shy, what up? That's right. Let's get it in, man. Let's get the likes up for my guests come. I want a nice and packed for y'all to hear it. Y'all don't want to miss it, man. Big joint here. Big joint. Got to get the likes up. Very important. Get the likes up, man. It's not just all the time about just talk about Lakers all day. We're going to get to Lakers tonight or if something happened in between time. But right now, man, we're going to get it in right now. It's going to be great. That's right. I see more people coming in. That's right. Get the likes up. I see y'all coming in. Thanks. My boy Carl Young said, Kareem, you the best, man. That means a lot to me, man. Come on, man. We got 30 people in here, man. 18 likes. Come on. Couple more likes. We in the building. My boy Gregory Brown always support me, man. My boy Humble Sports. What up? Go subscribe to Humble Sports. Rochester is in the building. Grey House King. I'm going to let Dale in a few seconds, man. I'm going to let him in a few seconds, man. It's a big interview, man. It's a big interview, man. It's big. Let's get the likes up, man. You already know, Humble. My boy DeJuan, what up? Mr. 221. All the guys about to come in now. This thing about the floodgate. It's about to be a floodgate. Respect your platform always. Thanks, bro. Gay House is in the building. That's right. Drop them likes, man. This is going to be a dope interview, man. I'm telling you. Y'all ain't going to miss it. Y'all know how I'm doing. I'm going to drop the link for Dell, man. Because the guys, people. Let me get the likes up, man. I want it nice and packed when our guests come in. When our guests come in, I want nice and packed. Let's get the likes up, man. Yeah, I see y'all talking about Kyrie, man. Kyrie is very confusing, man. I really don't know. I'm spent right now. I'm definitely spent. What up, Dale?
Yo, yo, yo. Happy Sunday, family members. What's the word?
What's the word? You told your people you sent that blast out for your peoples?
Yeah, I put it on. I shared it on the page, and I'm texting a few people, so they should catch on.
Yeah, tell them to catch on. This is big right here, man.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
This gonna be big. My boy Carl Young said, so that's true what you said about Kyrie coming to the Lakers. Yeah, they in heavy negotiation, man. But the thing is, the Lakers is a contract thing. There might be a few things, but like I said, things can break down last minute. I don't know, but this thing is crazy. Like this thing, everybody's spinning. But like I said, he's standing on. When I'm hearing that Kyrie's standing on his square, he wants a 4-year deal. So if the team ain't giving him 4 years, we don't know what's gonna happen. My holy king, what up? Let's get the likes up. Ghetto DVD, what's good, bro? Keyshawn Gaskin, what's good? Because Spurs end up going up the Lakers. Yeah, possible. Definitely possible. I'm hearing it's a third team.
Ghetto DVD, what's the word, family?
What you want to give it, like, give people a little more time to get in, or you want to get right to
it? It's on you, bro. When I'm in Rome, I do as the Romans do. I'm in your living room right now. So whatever, however you plan it, I say I'm canning.
Yeah, but I just want, because this joint normally be packed out.
Yeah, you know? Take your time. Take your time.
This joint normally be packed out.
You know, it's one of them slow Sundays, man. They probably playing the Dusties right now.
Yeah, ain't no football or nothing. So you
right.
know.
So you know how that go. You know what I'm saying? My wife in here cooking, she playing the Dusties, so I know how it go.
Yeah, so you reached out to your people, which is cool. We're gonna start like another minute, because I know people always come back and catch it later.
Yeah, take your time. I'm waiting on you, family. It's on you.
How the weather out there in Chicago?
Oh, it's nice today.
It's nice today?
It's definitely nice today, yeah, for sure.
It's freezing all weekend.
No, it's nice. It's nice today. It's like 40. In Chicago, that's good.
Yeah,
40.
Yeah.
Hey, 40, everybody outside. They probably got some shorts on.
Yeah. We got Elder in the building. We got my holy king in the building.
Shout out to Elder. Shout out to Elder.
Yeah. Yeah, support, baby.
You already know it.
Day 26 is in the building. That's right. We got the guys. These the supporters here. Supporters going to Throne Forces in the building. The supporters going to come out, man. Hit that like button. Because we wants to be bigger than one thing. We want to be able to support whatever we do. You know, not just, okay, we're talking about the Lakers. I'm only going to rock with Kareem only if you talk about the Lakers. Nah, we're gonna do this because this is big here. This is big. Because you part of the community, you know, you be coming, you support me heavy, you know, and I want some of these guys get to know you, Tron Force, Mr. Aventis, Amon, Mo, D, Matic is in the building. We got the guys in here, man. Let's get the likes. So I'll walk them down. It's in the building. We got the people coming in. You know, so yeah, we'll get it. I'm gonna go at the 10-minute mark. We're gonna start. So that's about 30 seconds from now. We're gonna get nice joint. Y'all know how we do nice and clean. My boy Gregory Brown, DC is in the building. Washington, DC is in the house. We got a lot of guys, a lot of people from all over. We got people in Canada. Shout out to Canada, Toronto, shout out to Ohio, New York, Chicago, Detroit, Atlanta, Cali, Arizona. Word. So we're going to get to it right now, Dale. We're going to get to it. So I'm going to start off by this. You got to turn your mic off, bro. You got your mic is muted.
No, it's on that. It's on.
We got my boy Reg Dog, LA Finest, Loco is in the building. Welcome to Death Row East, Baby Goat, Eric Kwan. See the guys coming in, man. These guys, man, they really support me, man. New Orleans is in the building. So we're gonna get to it.
Take your time, bro. Take your time. I ain't in no rush.
I know, but we're gonna get to it because now the meat, everybody, the numbers is jumping, and We're gonna get to it. So I'm gonna start off from the beginning. You know what I mean? For the people who know you, what's your name and where you from?
My name Big Dale. I'm 63rd Street originally. I started my podcast a couple months ago. Big Deal 063. How can we stoop so low?
So you're from
Chicago,
Chicago.
Illinois.
Okay, from Chicago. So how was growing up in Chicago as a young Dale growing up? How was it?
Well, from what I say, Chicago, we had a, we came from a strong black ethic family, and what I mean by family, I'm saying the whole community. Some of it was illegal and some of it was legal, but we strived together. We were strong. It wasn't the poverty wasn't high as it is now, and it wasn't the neighborhood wasn't tore down and gentrified like it is now, to where is that if you go through the neighborhood, it ain't nothing but a lot of vacant lots, abandoned buildings, and maybe one or two stores. It was different. When I grew up, we had people to look up to. They might not have been doing the right thing in the eyes of the law, but in the eyes of our neighborhood and in the eyes of us, they was doing the right things because they always kept us with money and kept us with a good word, like stay in school, don't be like me, figure another route. So it was all the way different. We had guys in the area that always gave us a better pull up, and I believe that that's the main reason why I strive today to do what I do, to give back the same thing that I have received.
All right. So did you play any sports growing up in Chicago?
Yeah, for a second. I
So
was when I was young, maybe about 10, 11, I was interested in sports. But my mother passed when I was 13. So when my mother passed, my life changed. I didn't care about sports, school. I didn't care about nothing no more. My understanding was zero.
Okay, so you said your mom passed. How many siblings you have?
About my mother, four.
Yeah, that you grew up in the household with.
Four. But after my mama passed, I met my other siblings. It's about a good 30 of us.
Damn. So in Chicago, we know it's heavily surrounded with gangs. Have you ever participated in gang life or you stayed away from it?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. It was a way of life, but I wouldn't call it gang life. I would say that it started off from being organizations. Like it was organized. Different neighborhoods organized different organizations to like keep the neighborhood intact and kind of like fight off the racism. That's really what it was about. It was like protecting the stores and protecting the neighborhood and galvanizing together. If you think back when Dr. King came to Chicago, I think in the early '60s, he got with the gangs, and they actually marched with him over there in Midway. It's all history. If you go back and Google and you look at it, so they were organizations. They was organized.
So research showed that you was part of the Gangster Disciples.
Yes, correct.
So yeah. So have you ever did any jail time, anything, or you know?
No. Through the grace of God, no. I did a few days, not no jail time, like no stretch, no sir.
Okay. So how was it? Being like the difference now, like the GDs and today's. What was the difference from back then
See,
to now?
see, you gotta realize in the era that I grew up in, for me to go to jail, I would have got beat. Like, man, I would have got beat from all different ways because who my father was, who my uncle was. Like people that was in the neighborhood, they wouldn't allow me to like act up like that, to where it's that I would crash out or lose myself. See, like back then, if you look at the conviction rate, it wasn't so high for teenagers. It wasn't so high for the youth because because we had people in our neighborhood that was our elders, and there was a lot of shared values in the black community. So they would cut it off. It was certain things that we couldn't even do. Like if we did things that just cause undue heat or do anything like that, man, we got pounced on. So it was different. Like that's the reason why, I didn't see jail, and a lot of my other homies really didn't see jail, because it was like it was unheard of. You couldn't pick no gun up and go do nothing stupid, or you couldn't bust granny or auntie in the head and steal her purse or rob them back then. That was unheard of, because the neighborhood wasn't standing for it. So it was the reason why a lot of us wasn't going to jail. And kids weren't allowed to touch drugs. Like back then, dealers didn't play that. They didn't prey on kids. They didn't use kids to do their business. So kids didn't get put in that type of entrapment to later on in the years. So far as being like in the gangs, see what a lot of people don't really don't understand. Like it was different branches of the gang, but it was only like main two. It was disciples and it was stones. And with the stones, it was MCs. It's different branches. And with the disciples, it was disciples first. Then came GDs. So disciples is the oldest. That is the oldest set. The Stones, the Titanics, the Era, all that. Them oldest sets, man. It's like these kids don't have a clue. They only going off what they being told, and they being misled, and it's costing them.
So when you say disciple, mean black and gangster disciple?
No, they wasn't even
No, I'm
decided.
saying
They weren't even
now
called.
they under the same thing. I'm trying to understand.
Yeah. Like nowadays in present time, it's gangster disciples and it's black disciples. But the key thing is this: David is the king of all kings, man. It's in the history book, so it ain't like I'm telling nobody don't know. All you got to do is just do your research. So at the same time, David crowned Larry Hoover the newly crowned king. So it's a lot of things that went on with men that didn't agree with what was happening, and then they just all started. It just started beefing and doing different things. It was different things that went on, and it was a war way before in the 2000s. See, the real BD&GD war, you could say, started like 83, 84, leading on to 92, 93, 94, 95. After 95, 96 is no such thing as no BD&GD war. There's no such thing. Everything after that is fabricated.
So I see a lot of pictures on you. Do my research. You was pretty fly, getting money on the streets. So you getting money on the streets. Obvious that come with women. It come with kids. How many kids you have?
15.
Yeah, 15 kids.
Yeah, 15.
Damn. How many moms?
9.
Damn. So yeah, because a lot of people, we all see that you and one of your sons, y'all have a extremely close relationship. You post them all the time. His name's Fat Shawty. How a lot of people got up on him through an interview FBG Cash did with Truth Teller. Yeah, your son was there next to him, and that's how we all got to see him. That bond was crazy. Can you talk about the bond you and your son had?
Yeah, but let me clear that up. When I got 58 kids, only 9 of them are my blood. But the other 6, they my kids because I'm all they know. You understand what I'm saying? So them my kids.
So
I had
9
exactly,
blood.
exactly.
Okay.
I had them since birth, and I'll never get on here and deny them, and I'll never deny them nowhere else. Them my kids. I'm a man. I don't play the dust. So now me and my son, like a lot of people say he was my favorite. They say this, say that, but it's not so much of that. It was like me and him we had a bond out of this world. That was just my son that never left the nest. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you got some kids that's gonna grow up, they're gonna sprout out, and some of them gonna be like, no, I'm gonna show daddy, and some of them like, I'm chill, and some of them like, each one of my kids, I can see a different phase of my life in them, from my boys and my girls, and it's like I'm a private person, and I post him so much because the internet already knew him. You understand what I'm saying? It's like if you go to my wedding and different things like that, then you get a chance to see my kids and my other kids, and you see them interact. But far as me like just putting my life on the net, far as my kids, now I don't do that because I don't. This world is so funny now. The world funny. People be looking for clout. People be looking for different reasons to do different things. So I just keep their life private. Now they just be like, all right, well, daddy, come on, or we out, we doing something, and I happen to just throw them up on the camera, then I do it. If you see, I got pictures with me, Cash, and one of my daughters and another one of my sons. So, it's different pictures where you'll see.
Okay, so your son and Cash is cool. Like
Yeah.
and I guess they grew up together. What
No,
you telling people
no.
about Cash? What type of person Cash was?
Now, see, listen, this is what a lot of people don't understand. I knew Cash before my son knew Cash. You understand what I'm saying? My son, see, if you go through their culture, they drill culture, and you look, my son did not meet Cash now till he got older, like 16, 17. You understand what I'm saying? Because I had my son away from this. I had my kids away from this. It's just some things happened where his mama moved him to the neighborhood and he got consumed. That's why I be saying, like, people listen to these rappers and listen to these different people that's influencing our kids to do different things, but they don't have their kids in the midst of that. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I can't get on this internet and put a bad story out or preach to people's kids, and that's not what I want for my kids. What I want for my kids, I want for your kids. So I'm not gonna put that type of propaganda out. I'm not gonna put them lies out. So with my son wasn't around them like that. I met Cash because Cash tried to step on my toes on one of my joints when I was still in the streets. Cash had a big heart, man. Cash was if to know Cash was to love Cash, man. Honestly, to know Cash was to love Cash because Cash hard, man. Cash hard. His heart was bigger than his body. You understand what I'm saying? You know how God gave you a small frame, but that heart you got, man. That heart need to been in my body. He stepped to me and he was talking crazy and he knew who I was. But he had to try me because he knew I was a fat dude. And I respected that in him. And from then on, we was locked, and I loved him. So how my son ended up meeting Cash and the rest of them was through a lady named Boosie and through Ray Ray. See, Ray, Fat Shorty, and Motor all went to school together. See, that's what a link. That's how they all knew each other, and that's when they was running around. That's when Tuka was living. That's when everybody was living. Vaughn was with them. Everybody was together. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody.
So I'm glad you said that because there's a little confusion, right? When I saw an interview today with Cam Capone. He interviewed Swiper Trenches News,
Right.
and he said Vaughn used to be around Duck. And I remember Vaughn said he moved to O Block, I think, in 2008.
Right. Correct.
And I think he said he moved to O Block 2008. And and Swiper said FBG Duck was hanging out with Vaughn in 2009. Oh, they used to be around them.
Right.
So it's a little confusing. So Vaughn was in O Block in 2008. So 2008, so O Block and STL was cool in 2008 where some guys can hang over there.
See, listen. This the thing. What people don't see. Look, all people got to do, man, is stop letting people just tell them anything and start thinking for themselves. Like, I don't like. That's my biggest problem with the internet. Like, we got technology right at the end of our hand, and people won't even just take the time out to Google the facts to understand. They just so programmed. Now Vaughn actually came from Killer Ward, which is Gville. That's over west. Now he was going to High Park. All of them was going to school together. Duck, my son, Moda, all of them. So that was STL. That was Gville, which is Killer Ward. Different people. You understand what I'm saying? See, before Vaughn went at O Block, Vaughn was on 600 or 300. That's how do you think Take Capone knew him? How do you think he was going with Mina Red? How do you think Mina Red ended up getting a case for Vaughn? You understand what I'm saying? See, all people got to do is just follow the trail, do their homework. If they do their homework, it's all right there. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like why I try to explain to everybody. Everybody knows everybody, bro. They all grew up together. They all was friends. They all moved around together. That's the point. People don't want to put that part out.
Oh, okay. Because I just want to know, because I remember he brought that up in an interview. His interview was pretty short, but it's always good to hearing somebody who's from the culture. Like Swipe said, Trenches News said he'd been around both O Block guys and STL, so he got like a great insight on everything.
Bro, listen. If we just gonna talk about math. We gonna stop letting people just talk to us like we silly and say anything. Vaughn got on there and Vaughn said he was born. We all know, you could Google him. He was born in 94, right? So yeah. He born in 94. In 2000, he would have been 6 years old, right?
Yes.
So in 2008, he'll be how old? 12, right?
Well.
So you telling me at 12 years old, you was hanging with Vaughn, and Vaughn was this outstanding member. He was going crazy at 12. And at 12, O Block wasn't even named O Block. In 08, it was named the Wick. You got to go back. They ain't changed the O Block till O.D. Perry got killed. So we had to go back and see what year was that O.D. Perry got killed.
And then Chief Keef, when Chief came out 2012, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So my whole thing is this. And then, it's so many holes in the story. Well, you got to look at how it's being fabricated, because how you stayed in O Block but you slept on Duck floor. It's too many stories. You say you slept on Duck floor, but you was living in O Block. You was doing this, you was doing that. Man, bro, listen.
So you think he making up these stories? Because I remember I subscribed to him and I listened to him. I know he said that he cool with a lot of the guys over there in O Block, and he cool with a lot of guys. So his story, I guess, with a lot of people, he get like the best of both worlds with people. They both sides of it. He said he came from the low end. Like, I'm not from Chicago, so I really don't know, but I'm just listen to what he said. So you don't.
Hey, listen, man. I'm gonna tell you what the low end is. Anybody that came from the low end is the belt of Chicago. The low end hold the pants up for Chicago. Like if New York, like if you like Manhattan or Harlem, where y'all from, like when you say, man, I'm from Harlem, and people know that represents New York, that's how it is with the low end. When you say you from the low end is the belt of Chicago, man. Anything going on in Chicago, it's gonna go through the low end. The low end is the belt of it. You understand what I'm saying? And the low end go from state to the lake, man. You hear what I'm saying, bro? So when you say the low end and you involved and you dealing with the low end, man, you gotta understand what the low end mean and what it costs. Without the low end, it would be no end. It would be no organization. The low end is the belt of it. That's what keeps the pants on it. You understand what I'm saying? You can't bring the low end up and you can't bring it up. But the thing about it is this: the low end have changed. See, like he He's saying he BD and he's saying he this. But before then, it was L. Rookers over there. It was GDs over there. It was all kind of stuff that these neighborhoods changed. As time went on, these neighborhoods changed. The players didn't change. It's the same people that he crying, he hollering about. He's saying this, love me to death. Because I was there for real. I can go, I done been there, I don't go there, I done been there for real. See, it's just too many fabricated stories. Like, how could you say you ain't hooked up, but you done lived in every neighborhood in this area? You done lived in every neighborhood in the city. People got to understand, you got to start listening to what people say. Chicago is a gang culture. You're not doing this moving and you're not doing all this around all these people if you ain't hooked up and you ain't doing something.
So you just saying he lying basically.
Man, he ain't doing that but lying. And the thing about it that hurt me the most is when I look at Mama Duck face, and I look at Motor Mama face. I look at different people Mama face. I look at Tuka Mama face. I look at these people Mama's face. Even looking at Vaughn Mama and looking at all these other people Mama, you get on a national platform and tell the world that all these people have buried their kids about a girl. You that strong?
It sounded crazy. So it has nothing to do with no girl.
Man, is you crazy, man? First of all, he said it started. He started because they beat up Vaughn. That's one interview he did. He said they beat up Vaughn, which they did have a fight with Vaughn. They beat up Vaughn. Then the whole world is tuning in to Chicago because of a rap beef. People is dying and getting killed over people saying they smoking they dead homies. So which one is going to be about? Is it going to be about it all started about a rap beef, or did it all start about a girl? Now, come on now. Which one is it? What was it really about? That's why this documentary, I'm taking my time with it, but it's so important for me to get this documentary out here because I'm going to show you the truth and the facts that these boys all started out together.
Wow. See, I'm gonna get into that. So your documentary is going to be lit, man.
It's drill killed our culture, man.
And it's going to really get into it. So that's why certain things I'm gonna wait for your documentary. I want because you deserve that. You shouldn't give up too much on these interviews.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
But that was a bomb you just dropped about because, like I said, by him being Trenches News, and he blew up in a short period of time because his stance is, hey, I'm from O Block. I mean, I lived in O Block for a few years. I lived in, he said he know Chief Keef real well. He know T. Roy. He know Vaughn. He told stories that T. Roy, Vaughn, and Chief Keef used to be best friends growing up, and then he hang out with Duck and stuff. So he blew up because a lot of people like, wow, he's heavily connected. He one person that was completely tied in. He talked about how him and E-Dog had good relationships. So and it's crazy. So I know you guys y'all had a little thing going on with because I see back and forth we said about the pastor. Now what about the pastor? What I see look like he do great things. And talk about that. So is the church, the New Beginning, is it inside the O Block?
No, it's not inside the O Block. It's on the side of O Block. It's a church right there. It's O Block, a church, and then there's New Beginning. See, the thing is this. I posted on my page, Pastor raised 28.5 million. We need 37 million to build a community center debt free for the Woodlawn community and the Chicago community and the Inglewood community. If you go back on my page and you watch the video or you share the video, he explained everything in it. It's an Olympic pool in it, it's a theater in it, there's restaurants in it, it's a bank in it. It's community center to come up with jobs, to create jobs, and it's an economic center to actually help out. But our biggest battle is by sitting on King Drive, and the stereotype of everything is that's old block. So he is trying to kill that stigma of, well, I ain't gonna say stigma. He's trying to kill that void of people think that they're not welcome. Even with the church, like people think they're not welcome. The man is with the house of God. He's not with old block and different things like that. And then for the man to put his mouth on a man and say that the man is supplying these guys with guns and leaving guns in the
Yeah,
back and
that's
trolling and playing games like that. And the man dedicated his life. The man slept on the roof in the bitter bad cold with his mother passing and everything to support what he trying to do and fix in them neighborhoods, because he actually is a lot of those kids' daddy, and he watched those kids grow up, and he also watched them die. You understand what I'm saying? The first funerals when his first stuff actually jumped off was at Pastor Brooks' church. And the guys had to come from the other side to come in there. You understand what I'm saying? All this is documented. So when people
so Pastor Brooks seemed like a guy that's really is connected to the community, not just for the O Block side, for everybody. Because I saw you do an interview with Little Bubba. I think that interview was great. He seemed like he got his head on his shoulder, and he seemed like, guys like that. It's gonna take a couple guys, young guys, I think, as far as to push the piece. So on a scale of 1 to 10, far as the levels of it, because I always hear a lot of guys, they be like, do you think it's going to end? People always say no. But on a scale of 1 to 10, do you see it going up and getting better, or it's what is to you? As far as you see that it's getting better from the time, because I see you've been doing this for a long time. You was on the news. You've been doing this for a long time. So
I was doing it before my son got killed. I was doing it before all of them got killed. You understand what I'm saying? I could sit here and really say I sat down and had a conversation with Vaughn, because I did. You understand what I'm saying? And if you trace back, Pastor and Vaughn was like this, just like Pastor wanted to reach out to Duck and everybody else. See, it's just different times and different things where, like, time was not on our side, and we couldn't move as fast as we wanted to, as far as saving people. And see, the biggest thing is like getting people together and being accountable for their lives. Like, you have to make things super safe and super secure before you get these kids in this room and somebody pull a gun and take somebody else's life, or somebody pull a gun or pull a knife, or somebody fight and somebody can't come up dead. So you have to be super careful. And then to answer your question, man, bro, I can't do nothing but keep it a buck with you and keep it 100. My fight kind of like getting real tiresome, bro, because as long as we got people like Shawty that got these platforms, and then you got people like Capone News and different people that's allowing these lies and allowing these things to
why? I ain't mean to cut you off, but why you said Capone, Camp Capone? I don't think he's from Chicago. So, but why you said I don't think he doing anything wrong, because you think about it.
I don't think that. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying.
No, you say
what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this. Right, listen to me though. What I'm saying is this. As long as people not, like, if you spread journalism, right, and even if you have somebody on your channel, if you're not doing a background check, or you not doing your due diligent work to find out if this guy's authentic and what is his message real and what he's bringing, bro, it's always gonna be a slap in the face. You know how much problems that could cause And just that little skit at that interview, that it could cause people to actually start back fighting and shooting and losing their lives. See, the key thing is this: I'm aware of what's going on. A lot of people is on the outside looking in. A lot of people is just Chicago crazy. Everything that come out of Chicago, they just want to, they think it's just happening. It's cool, is what it is. But I'm gonna give you a scenario. I'm gonna paint a real cold picture, then I'm gonna leave it alone. Hey, bro, I put a picture up. It was Duck. It was all of them on the picture. They all dead, bro. It's 2 or 3 people that's on that picture that's left. Through that whole culture. Same on the other side. Through that whole culture. All of them gone. Why is we still living that and breathing that and pushing that to now where it's starting to catch to the younger guys that didn't even have nothing to do with the beef. Didn't even have nothing to do with it. They weren't even old enough to even know about a beef. Now they starting to inherit it. Now they starting to fight. Now they starting to kill each other. So it don't do nothing but repeat itself. So how can it stop?
So let me ask you a couple more questions because I want to touch on that. So you saying that the bloggers or they keeping it, because I don't want to mistreat your word, but you sound like, well, okay, put it this way, because I don't want to. What's your way of where this thing can change? What do you see it changing?
Bro, this my way of changing. Right? They call it hating. I call it keeping a buck. Bro, if your news is not authentic, why put it out? Why is it so important that such and such got on here and did such and such? Why is it so important that such and such did this and such and such did that? And I'm just saying that because I don't like saying no name. But why is that carry? Why is that carry? And then if you go down the bloggers list, everybody's sharing the same story. Once one person drop it, the other one go share it, pick it up. He add a little something to it. He put his lie, he put his twist on it. Then he carry it. Now it's news. So now the person that got to go that is actually about, and he got to go back and he got to do something to prove that it's not true, or he got to do something to show that ain't what really happened. So now he didn't crashed out, or he done jacked himself out about something that's not real. It ain't right, bro. My whole thing is this: you gonna create content to feed your family and let somebody else's family die, because that's all it's really doing. And I don't have nothing against nobody that's blogging. However you make your money. That's just like me being a dude in the street when I was a dude in the street and I'm hustling. I'm crying about how you make your money. Just as long as you ain't on my joint, I don't care. Just stay away from my joint. And it's the same with now. I don't blog. I don't blog. I got a podcast. I bring real people. I bring real situations. I bring real stories. I'm trying to create peace. But when you jump up and you say something like that to lie that affect people that I actually really know, I have a problem with that.
Okay, I don't want to. I got one more question, but I don't want to spend too much time on actually Swipe. But the interview was pretty.
I ain't
short.
talking about him. I'm talking about in general.
Yeah. Okay. So, what it going to take for some type of change and peace?
Honestly, a village. What it always took to raise and make a black community thrive. It takes a village, man. It can't. Can't no one or two persons, two people do it. It takes a village. It takes us as a whole to do it. I can't be pushing peace and 40 other people pushing killing. It ain't never gonna work. I'm beating a dead horse. I might as well just go lay down or tuck my taco and just and wait on the pieces to fall. And it's just that simple. It ain't no need to sugarcoat it. It ain't no need to line it. Ain't no need to plan it. It's not gonna work until the whole village catch on.
Damn, yeah, but I see you pushing it. You guys, this is Big Dale 063. You guys definitely got to subscribe to this guy, man. Any guy that's pushing change, pushing peace in their city. And like he said, the key thing he said, he was doing this way before his son is documented. You can see it. So this is not a knock on somebody if their kid pass away for them to do it, which is cool. The more the merrier. You know what I mean? You go through something, it got to be changed. To me, my thing is, I think for it to be changed, I think it got to be a heavyweight on both sides. Had to put an agreement to it. It had to be like that. So far, I'm seeing steps. I'm seeing like I love the New Year's with you and Take It Home. You know what I mean? Y'all together. You know that was good. Even though I don't consider y'all because you know I don't look at that. But I'm just saying
right,
the people
for sure.
and little Bubba said what he said. You know what I'm saying? It had to become now with it's no winners. They all have to come to terms is that age group, that era, the Chief Keef era, the people who came up in 2011 on to now, that era, the guys who they all around like 30 something to like 24.
Something like that, 28, 29.
Yeah, those guys there, that era there, if they had to show that to the younger guys, it's not cool. We did it. The city lit. Now y'all, they all could get some money now. See, they have to look at it, all get the money now. That's the key. And say, hey, listen, we don't have to be best friends, but you could walk to the store. This both for our supermarket where you don't have to worry about us doing nothing. It had to be a thing where they get to the point where they could sit back and be like, wow, it was crazy. This is and they have to understand this so-called war is longer than World War I and II.
Man.
These wars longer than Mafia wars. This thing longer than any. So they got to stop it. And like they said, they'll follow your blueprint. Where, like you said, the pastor with jobs, like you said, is a lot of old block guys work with you and new beginnings. Hey, maybe some guys could get some jobs there. Pastor,
they doing it. We finna do it. We finna do it.
And they be able to work together, they co-workers, and then sit down and talk. At the end of the day, it's about nothing at the end of the day. Understand? And they have to really come. The hardest thing I'm gonna say with me being to the streets, the hardest thing is if you sit back and you know they might have had something to do with your man dying. But you have to dig in yourself and say, you know what? We had something to do with your man dying.
Right.
So it have to come thing is, you know what I mean, we even. You know what I mean? It's no such thing as, okay, 21 of you guys died and 17 of us died. We have to get 4 more. Nah.
Right. You're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And man, it's like I said, just look forward to that DVD coming out. I mean that documentary coming out. Drill Killed Our Culture. I think I'm gonna have a ghetto DVD. He gonna film it. So it's in the making, man. It's in the making right now. So,
all right. Definitely in the making. Big Dale, give them your Instagram. I mean your YouTube channel. I need all you guys. Everybody saying it's a great interview. I definitely need you guys to subscribe to Dale. Tell them your YouTube page.
Big Dale 063. How can we stoop so low? I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Your phone going off. That's business. That's money.
Nah.
That phone ringing, boy. I know that money call. I saw your face lit up and rung like 3 times. Yeah, that's money. But at the end of the day, man, we locked in. You know, we're gonna see each other. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do, I'm in this stream right now, and I'm gonna come back live and we're gonna get into it. Like, comment, share, subscribe, peace.